Oh wow. Oh man. My mind is hot. It's very hot. I just got done watching The Sadness. We gotta talk about this movie. This movie really blew me away. This movie is a post-apocalyptic film that has been directed by Rob Havez. A struggling couple faces a horrible nightmare as they both experience a viral outbreak that turns people into homicidal maniacs. Witnessing this activity, the city turns into a viral battleground. And trying to survive, to reunite with each other, they suffer horrible phases of life and death to get there.
直到今天我才知道，不是这样的。
This movie caught me off guard and blew me away, like off the wall, off the grid. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I was skeptical. Because when it comes to zombie movies, viral outbreak movies, the creativity is dying. I'm just gonna go out and say it. Hold on one second. Let me fix this real quick. There we go. The creativity of horror is dying, and I feel like well, when it comes to zombie outbreaks. But what I liked about The Sadness is that this is a film that really pushed the narrative of just the mental aspects of a zombie outbreak, of a viral outbreak being gone wrong when it comes to inhuman behavior, of rage. 28 days later did this, but they was just focused on the rage activity, and then after that they was still zombies. They were just running to you. But what I liked about what I liked Rob's idea was the fact that he wanted to think even higher than this. He wanted to go further onto the board of just rage activity when it comes to the viral outbreak being controlled to the mental state and what it can really do to you. This movie, I loved it. There are some critics that gave it mixture scores, and I completely understand. This movie is not perfect, but I feel like when it comes to post-apocalyptic films, it's subjective. I feel like if you get to the creative tone of horror, of post-apocalyptic activity, no political shit, and you just stick to the survival aspect of the characters, I don't care if they live or die. Just as long as I get attached to these characters enough to the point where everything gets paid off, you did a good job. And that's what Rob Chavez did. I don't have nothing bad to say about this film other than a couple of flaws I'm going to mention in this review. The movie takes place in a very, very fast pace where we are introduced to this young couple in this apartment, and they're already struggling to keep everything in check in their whole mental state. And I think there was actually on the verge of just questioning their whole relationship. And then the outbreak happens. That's the flaw I had with this whole film, was the fact that the outbreak happened right when I was beginning to understand and feel these characters. What makes survival horror movies strong is for us to care about these characters, so when stuff happens to them, we would feel the emotional weight. I didn't feel shit about these characters. Yes, I want them to survive, but I didn't want them to care. I didn't care about them. That's a flaw. That's a big flaw. And even though this film is a good lengthy film, it's like over an hour and 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I could be completely wrong, but it was a good lengthy film, but I feel like this film should have been fleshed out at least 20 or 30 minutes more so we can get used to the environments, get used to the atmosphere, get used to some side characters too, because there was some times where the boyfriend was talking to the neighbor as well, and above all, give us some more downtime with their relationship so when things unfold or when things get bad, we would feel that weight being on a verge of, being in jeopardy. I didn't feel that here. Then shortly, after 10 to 20, after 10 minutes, we are witness this outbreak being taken place. And this virus is called the Alvin virus. And the way how this outbreak started was very, very crazy. And they showed small signs of the viral activity already being in the city. by showing us weird people acting crazy, like traumatically crazy. Like there was a scene where the boyfriend was looking out the looking out the balcony. It was this person just staring at them in a weird way, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be one of these damn films. It's gonna be one of these films where the build up is going to make me regret the whole entire payoff of the horror activity, and it did. It hit me hard, man. It was like a Mike Tyson fight of horror. I thought it was gonna just dilly dance and just start taunting, but no, I was getting hit in like blows and blows and blows of horror. People were getting ran over. People committing suicide. People were getting thrown in the face by by grease and shit like that. People getting eaten alive, man. All this happening all at once, and some people will say that it was over the top horror, but if you understand the virus, then you will completely you will completely adjust to the whole horror correctly. This is what I liked about this film, is the fact that the viral outbreak is focused on your mental. Normally, when it comes to movies like 28 Days Later, The Walking Dead, or just any other viral outbreak movie, when it comes to zombie activity, once you get completely infected, you're no longer there. But what I liked about Rob's idea was the fact that he was thinking to himself, what if this viral outbreak channels your inner darkness and turns it into reality? If you was thinking so much about depression to the point where you wanted to commit suicide, you get infected by this virus, you may actually do this. That's why I liked it about this film, is that it channels your dark thoughts and you just bring it out to fruition. That's why people was committing suicide. There was even people sticking into a dark fantasy, like vibes of sexual conduct. There's rape in this movie too. There's a lot of sexual orgies in this movie. There's even a lot of crazy death. Like, this virus channels your darkest needs of horror, and it takes that shit tenfold. But the craziest thing is how it spreads. The craziest thing is how it spreads. And this is what kind of threw me off a little bit, but it all made sense. This viral outbreak is not based on a bite. It's not based on a cut. It's not based on that. It's based on your mental being completely shattered with positivity. There were scenes on this film when characters was at the brink of breaking down, and they was literally just questioning their faith of just survival, and they just turned up. They just turned. They just literally just went AWOL, and I liked it that. And that's actually dangerous. Can you imagine if a viral outbreak like that actually existed, where to the point where if you really was doubting yourself, you will begin to see things, and it will just channel your dark thoughts into reality. You're already gone at that point. And what makes this viral outbreak more interesting is the fact that you're still there. You're still like aware of what you're doing, because there was people that was infected by this virus that was talking to the victims that was not infected, which was fucked up, because there was some there was some characters that was infected that was taunting the humans in a very bad way, saying things, something that was fucked with their psychology to make them turn as well. Why no one thought about making a movie like this? I have no idea. The closest we ever got was Bird Box, and you see how that turned out. But Bird Box was based on vision. It was based on you seeing something, and it didn't you pay for it. But when it comes to a movie like The Sadness, that's based on your mindset, sometimes people don't even have to say shit to you. You just get in deep thought, and all of a sudden it would just you're just gone. The way how sensitive people is today, we won't survive. We would not survive. People are too weak-minded. People are too sensitive. People are too woke. If we ever have something like this happen, if this shit ever happens, oh my God, just imagine the body count. Just I think, honestly, it'll be more suicide attempts than anything, honestly. Even the ending was crazy. On the headline, I mentioned that this couple was split up because they both had to go. One of them had to go to work. The other one was on their way back. And when the outbreak happened, they tried to meet each other up so they can make sure that everything was great. I mean, everything was cool. The ending was beautiful. I love the ending. I thought the ending was great. I thought the way how everything got pulled in play was good. And just the payoff, man. I was like, this is, and just the way how I just showed how everything was beginning to unfold. I was really pleased about this movie. Did this movie, like Rob Havez, man, I'm just gonna tell you right now, man, this is literally one of my best post-apocalyptic films I've watched in a long while. It's fresh. It's literally original. It literally breaks the fourth wall. It fucks with your psychology. The horror is good too. Like, this movie is a good mixture of all types of horror. You got scares here. You got good tension, man. Even the scares, man. Oh my god, that part when that guy was getting chased by the middle of the damn street, and he closed the door, and he thought that he got away with them, but the guy was up there on top of the window staring at him with those weird eyes. Oh my god, I had nightmares at that damn part. At the end of the day, this movie was a breath of fresh, contaminated air. I love the sadness. This movie was good. This movie was great. This movie came out 2 years ago, I think. And I'm just now hearing about it. But people are still talking about this movie. So for those who are not aware of the sadness, check this movie out. This movie is fucking good, man. And if you got any questions or concerns, just, hey, y'all know, just hit me up down there, bro. Like, talk to me, man. Shit. Just let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna have to give the sadness an A. Horror movies and romance films are literally the best genres of movie entertainment that I love a lot. So I go deep of expressing myself of how much they do a good job or a bad job when I'm reviewing these projects. Again, if Rob would have focused more on the creativity of the character build up with these characters, this movie would have been a good masterpiece in my opinion. But it's still up there because of the creativity of how the viral outbreak takes in place. It's a movie like this is fucking dangerous, dude. I think this is like literally like the most horrific outbreak I've ever fucking came across with. That's all I got to say for today. Please stay tuned for my upcoming reviews and videos headed your way. This is Hugo, your critic teacher. Hope you all have a good day.